Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you what I do and what my process is to cleaning all of my makeup brushes and my beauty sponges. Today's video we're going to be using the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap to deep clean, and to spot clean we're using the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleanser. So if you would like to see how I get my nasty dirty brushes from looking like this to looking as clean as this, then be sure to stay tuned and keep watching. So first, what I like to do is I hold my brush downward with the bristles facing down and soak it in water. And I just like to make sure that it's fully soaked in water. And I take a couple of drops of the Dr. Bronner soap, put it on the brush, and then wet my hand and start to swirl the brush in my hand very gently to be able to break up all the makeup and dirt that's in the makeup brush. And then while I'm doing this, I also like to take my fingers and massage the bristles like you see here, and that just makes it a little bit more of a gentle process to get them really clean, especially at the tips where they're stained. And I do this process about maybe 2 times. I take the brush and swirl it in my hand, and as you saw, I didn't get any more soap. That was just whatever was left over, and I just do that until the suds become white, and that's when you know that your brush is clean. So typically I usually like to wash my makeup brushes about 2 times, maybe 3, depending on how dirty the brush is. Now this brush in particular, the tips of the brush were a little bit stained, so I went in with the Dr. Bronner soap one more time, just a little bit less soap this time. And as you can see, just like 2 drops, and I'm just gonna massage them with my fingertips and then swirl it on in my hand. And you can see there that the soap and the suds are white, and without adding any extra soap, I just rinse my hand and then begin to keep on swirling in my hand, and then continue to massage and swirl. So that's the technique we're doing this time, is the massage and swirl technique. And then after that, I just like to make sure to rinse it off thoroughly to make sure there's no more suds inside the brush, and make sure I just rinse it out thoroughly with all the water. Just rinse it out, and after that I'll dry it. And how I do it is I squeeze all the water out using my fingertips, and then I use my fingers to shape it so that it won't dry weird. And that's how I do like a medium-sized brush or any small or big fluffy brush. So here we are again with another brush, about the same size as the other one. I'm going to take it and soak it in water, do a couple of drops of the Dr. Bronner soap on the brush bristles, and I'm going to swirl it in my hand and massage it with my fingertips as well. As you can see, this one was a little bit dirtier. But I'm just going to continue to swirl it until the suds become white. And the most important part I can tell you about the cleaning process is you don't want to run your brush underneath the water upside down, because then the water and the soap will get in the ferrule of the brush handle and begin to loosen up the glue that's holding the brushes together. And you don't want that, because you want your brushes to last. So this is a gentler process, but it also makes your brushes very clean. And as you can see here, the bristles are turning white, and I didn't end up doing it a second time. This was clean enough for me. So just gonna squeeze all the water out and then shape it so that it holds its shape. Just like this, and that's it. So now in this next clip, I'm going to show you how I clean my beauty blender sponge, or any type of beauty sponge. So you're going to take it underneath the water, you're going to soak it under the water, and I just like to pour as much, not a lot of soap, but just pour enough amount in there. And in this process, you're pretty much going to just squeeze the soap out, and what happens is you squeeze all the dirt and the makeup that's in the brush out as well. You're just going to continue to wet the brush and squeeze, and wet the brush and squeeze out all the soap and all the dirt. And typically with a beauty sponge, I'd go in about 2, maybe 3 times depending on how dirty the sponge is, but you just want to do it until the suds come out white. And so like you see here, it came out clean like on the tip, but as you can see, there's a little bit more residue, so I'm going to take a little bit more soap and put it on the back of the beauty blender and just massage the soap in there, and then get as much makeup as I can get out of that brush, out of the sponge. And you can see some of the suds are white, some of them are still brown because there's still makeup still stuck in there. But you want to do this as many times as you need to get all the soap out and then all the makeup that's in there out too. So you're just gonna squeeze and rinse and squeeze and rinse and squeeze. And so that's the technique I use with this. And unfortunately my camera almost died, so I didn't really get to show you the finished product as well. But in this next clip you'll see it got clean, so I washed it about 3 times. Now we're using the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, and with this you do not need a lot. This bottle has lasted me months. You literally just take a dish or a bowl, you pour a little bit in there, and with this makeup brush I just started to do with a small one. You just dip the tip in there, and with this brush cleaner it absorbs into the brush, so you don't need to use a lot of the cleaner. And you just take that onto a towel or a paper towel and you just swirl it around, and it breaks up all the dirt, all the makeup that was built up in the brush, and you just gently swirl it. And for the smaller makeup brushes I do about 2 times and it gets it very clean. So the first one you see it has all the dirt, the second time there's barely anything on there, and then it dries instantly. And this is the quick dry formula. I'm not sure if they have any other formulas, but this is the one that I use, and it's dry to the touch, and as of this point I can use it automatically after that. Now with this one, this is the brush I use for my concealer, like when I'm doing my eyebrows, so it has a lot of buildup in there. So for this cleaning application, same thing, I just dip it in there, dip the tip in there for a little bit, and then I begin to wipe it off on a paper towel. And I do this process I think I did this about like 8 times because the makeup was so stuck up in the brush and in the ferrule. So I did this about maybe 8 times, but after about that many times it cleaned it. And so just do it as many times as you can, but make sure you're being very gentle, especially because this makeup brush itself is very stiff, so you don't want to push too hard on it, but you do want to give enough pressure that way you're cleaning it. So after about like 6, 7, or 8 times, I don't remember, it got clean. And this is what it looks like. And then with this little bit that I have left in there, I'm going to do it with like a medium-sized brush like the first 2 we did. And you can do the same thing. So this is what I do when I spot clean. This is by no means a deep cleaning method. It's just to spot clean, like in between clients, or if you need to clean your brush real quick. But as you can see, when I dipped it in there, it absorbed and it soaked up all that product in there. And I'm just going to take that on a paper towel and swirl it, and just be very, very gentle and swirl it all on the paper towel. And as you can see, it's getting very, very clean. And then in this next clip, you'll see it soaks up a lot of that brush cleaner. You see that? I only literally just put the tip in there. And so I got another clean paper towel, and as you can see, there's hardly anything on that. I did it again because that knot spot, there was like a little bit of a stain. But as you can see, it's super clean, and then it's dry and ready to use right after cleaning with this process. And that's it, guys. There you have it. Those are my clean makeup brushes and my beauty sponges, and this is what I use, and this is my process. It's very quick and very easy. And I use just 2 products, the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap and the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out my Instagram at Elexia J Beauty. See you next time. Bye, guys.